Hey everybody, Brian down here at the Butcher Shop. We're going to be doing another installment of our hand-cut premium cut above steak series here at the Butcher Shop. Today we're going to be talking about skirt steaks. It's a fan favorite here at the Butcher Shop. It's one of our go-tos on the grill. We have in a couple different versions for you. We have a steak version and we also do a street taco ground version. Today we're going to be talking about the steak version, and for that we use a certified Angus beef choice skirt steak, inside skirt to be specific. And this is what we're going to go ahead and start with here. So as you can see, this is what the skirt steak looks like when it comes in from the packing house. This is how we get it, but this is not what we're going to have for a finished product. So we just want to go through a couple of things, show you why we are cut above and what we do here at the Butcher Shop that hopefully sets us apart from everybody else. So we're going to take this skirt steak today. We're going to start by trimming it down a little bit. We're going to remove some of the connective tissue, some of the fats off of here, and get down just to the heart of the meat. I'm going to clean this all up. We want to make sure that we have just the premium meat here for you guys when we get it all done. The fat and the trim will end up in other products, possibly further down the road. But you can see the beauty of this skirt steak once we get past the layers of fat on the outside. It's marbled really nice. It's good and tender. You can also use this for fajitas or stir fry if you're so inclined. We have this in a raw version all the time here at the shop. So if you're not looking for a marinated version, we do have it raw as well. And you can do your own thing at home. All right, so we have this trimmed up pretty nicely. Now we want to leave a little fat in there that's going to cook out as we grill this up. But we've removed all the connective tissues and all the outside layers. The other thing we like to do here, as you can see, this is about a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch thick. We're going to go ahead and flay this out one time for you and make it a little bit thinner, be a little bit more like a traditional skirt steak or a fajita you might see at a Mexican restaurant, something like that. Take our knife, just hold it flat. We're going to cut this in half one time. The marbling inside here is absolutely amazing. This is certified Angus beef, inside skirt again, and this is what our go-to is for our marinated carne asada. So once we get this all cleaned up and ready to go, the batch we're going to be doing today is a 25-pound batch, just a small batch for the video here today, but we do these all the time. We do it weekly, so it's always fresh. We make everything in-house and it's all cleaned up and ready to go. So after we get to this point, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our tumbler, put the meat in there. It takes all the brine, all the dry seasoning, and the marinade. It's going to suck it all into the meat so we get a great penetration, nice even flavor profile all the way through, so everything's nice and uniform when it comes out. So we'll go to the tumbler with this and we'll go from there. All right, so this is our tumbler here. You may see in some other videos, we use it for all of our marinade products. It's the best way to ensure that we have flavor profile and quality all the way through every single time, so there's no inconsistencies. So this is the tumbler. We have our 25 pounds of meat here. We're going to go into the tumbler here with the meat. Okay, after we have our meat in here, now it's time to add the flavorings, okay? So that's the most important part. Obviously, we're trying to import flavorings into here. So we have a little bit of pineapple juice that's going to go in there. That's going to be the liquid that we use to help import the flavor into the meat. It also has a natural acidic pH in it that will lower or change the pH and make that naturally more tender. And then we have our house blend of seasonings here. This is a cumin, salt, pepper, garlic, just a pinch of cayenne, and a few other ingredients that we throw in there. It's our special house blend. This is our main flavoring profile, so we're going to add that to the tumbler as well. Just going to sprinkle that in everywhere. So now we have our dry seasonings and we have our liquid in there. We're also going to add some of these onions, cilantro, peppers in here. We're going to take these to a food processor. We're going to puree those up. That way they can be blended into the meat. The meat will suck that into the meat as well and import that flavor into it. So after a few minutes inside the food processor, we now have this pureed up. That way we can import all that flavor and all that love into the meat. Okay, now we have all of our ingredients inside the tumbler. Now it's time to let the magic happen. So inside this tumbler is a couple baffles, and what those are going to do is it's going to gently mix and massage the meat as this thing rotates at a very nice slow speed. It's going to be in here for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. At that time, all the liquid and all the seasoning is going to be sucked into the meat, And then we're gonna go ahead and add our garnishments to that, and then it'll be ready to pull out, package, and put out for sale. So we're gonna start by, we have our gasket here, and we're gonna put the lid on top. Seal this bad boy up. So now that we have the lid on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add a vacuum on this. We're gonna pull a reverse atmosphere on this. It's gonna expand the meat and let all those seasonings go inside. We're gonna hook up the air hose, and we will turn this thing on. After it's pulled to vacuum, then we'll go ahead and spin it up for about 15 minutes. So now we have the machine running. It makes a nice, even, slow rotation. Those baffles inside will pick up and massage the meat and import all that flavor into the meat. We've tumbled it. All of our marinades and stuff have been imported into the meat. Now it's time to reintroduce the air into the tumbler. All right, so we reintroduced the air into the tumbler. Now it's time to take the lid off and add the extras. So this is our onions, our cilantro, our bell peppers, and our red peppers. We're gonna add this into the tumbler. We're gonna make about 4 to 5 revolutions, and then we're gonna mix this into the meat so that we have a nice garnishment to go with it. All right, so the lid will go back on the machine. We'll make a couple revolutions, and we'll be ready to take it out and get it packaged up. All right, so there's our 5 revolutions. We have the skirt steaks all marinated, and now they're out of the tumbler. That leaves one last thing to do, and that's go ahead and get them packaged up so we can get them out for sale for you guys to come on in and enjoy up. So we're going to take our 8x12 cryovac bag and our horn. We're going to take some of this skirt steak, some of the vegetables. Go ahead and get these into the package. Try to package these up about 1.5 pounds or so per package. And this is what you'll see when you come into the shop, all packaged up and ready to go. All right, so that's the marinated skirt steaks down here at the butcher shop. Thanks for watching the video. And hey, if it's Taco Tuesday at your house like it is on mine, don't forget our street taco carne asada version as well. It's the same exact process, but we have it all ground up, makes fantastic street tacos. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in, checking out this video. Look for other videos to come. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and as always, please reply if there's something you'd like to see. Maybe we can throw a video out there, give you some knowledge, give you something you're looking for, guys. Thank you so much.